everyone, I'm Jim Biringer, Ricky Otazu, Hockey World Order, Full Press Hockey's under that banner. Guys, this is the day you've been waiting for. We've been promoting it all the time, the big announcement. You've seen us throughout the entire offseason. We've been killing everything. But today we got a special announcement for you. And it's not going to be coming from us, though. Right, Ricky? It's going to be coming from a good friend of ours, correct?
Yes, absolutely. This is big news for us. This is a big step in the right direction. And why wait any longer? Let's bring our man Murray onto the scene.
Here he is.
Fellas.
Hey, Murray, how are you? Murray Sheehan, if you guys don't know him, runs a certain thing out there, and he's going to tell you about the big announcement.
The big announcement is we've brought Jim and Ricky on as our official PR team to the Celebrity Shinny League. And the Celebrity Shinny League allows you players, men's league, rec leagues players, to get on the ice with NHL players in NHL arenas. We play with the pros. That's what we do.
And guys, one thing that's amazing about this, and Murray, you're going to go into this in detail in a little bit. This is for players of all levels. You don't have to be a former junior player like Murray. You don't have to be a skate everyday guy like Jim. You just need to be able to stand up on skates, want to be on the ice, and play with your heroes. That's what makes this absolutely amazing.
Yes. Yeah, 100%. All skill levels, always welcome. We don't care how good you are. Nobody cares, as a matter of fact. We just want you to be out there, have fun, and pass the puck, play with, your whatever hero, NHL hero you got. You get on the ice and you can miss as many one-timers as you want. That's kind of the go-to thing with guys. But yeah, definitely we don't care. We just want guys out there. Guys, girls, it doesn't matter. We just, like guys on the ice. We like full rosters. That's what works for us.
Yeah, and, look, the Celebrity Shinny League, Murray runs it, and look, they have so many great venues set up, great areas to play in. Like, I've been a part of this stuff, played on these NHL ices. Like I said, skate every day for me. And, just to be a part of this is a great opportunity, not only for myself, but for Ricky, just to interact with everybody, play with some of our heroes, and just to see some of the rosters and the locations you've, have tentatively is really amazing.
Let me tell you something, guys. Everybody knows Jimmy's the straight guy here. I'm the fanatic, okay? I'm the guy who's going to be the hype man. Guys, you're going to be on the ice with, at certain times, certain games, Ray Bourque, Wendell Clark. I got goosebumps. Look at this. Joey Koser, Darren McCarty. Okay. We were just off the air talking about Stanley Cup champions. 1994. If you're a New York Ranger fan, you live every day of your life being able to say, we saw one while you were alive. Hopefully, you might be too young because, again, here we go on another 50-year streak. But Stanley Cup champion Joey Koser is going to represent the New York Rangers at one of these games. Joey Koser and Darren McCarty, multiple Cup winners in Detroit. Then we haven't even brought up Ray Bourque. We haven't brought up Doug Gilmour. We haven't brought up Eric Lindros, USA hockey legend, John LeClair.
That's our Lindros LeClair jersey.
Look at that. John LeClair, bro, United States legend. And then we didn't even get to the biggest United States hockey legend of all time. In my opinion, one of the greatest down-to-earth, fan-friendly hockey players and one of the grittiest players to ever play in the NHL, Jeremy freaking Roenick, is going to be part of these games.
By the way, Jeremy Roenick, new member of the Hockey Hall of Fame this year's class in Toronto in November. Well-deserved is correct. One of the best American-born players. Guys, for me, a lot of people remember the Miracle on Ice, 1980. That'll be probably one of the greatest sports upsets ever. 1996 World Cup of Hockey, USA, Canada. Roenick, that team against the Team Canada. I mean, those guys, what he did, the back and forth, just to play on the ice. If you're a childhood hero of, JR, you watched him in Chicago, you've seen him bounce around. Look, it'd be awesome to play with those guys, especially the guys in New Jersey. Mr. Devil himself, Ken Danico's out there. Just to play with these
Colin
legends.
White's there, man. Colin White
too.
Grant Marshall will be there too.
Grant Marshall, Stanley Cup hero for the Devils in 2003, got them some big goals. So just to play with these guys, to be on the ice with these guys is something you'll want to be a part of.
We haven't even announced yet, right? Murray, we haven't even announced the players in Buffalo. We haven't gone out to Edmonton yet.
No, we got Buffalo. Buffalo, we got.
We have Ray and Nate. How can I forget that?
Yeah.
How can we
Yeah.
forget
That,
Rob
that's
Ray and Brad
December
May?
6th. Yeah, that was confirmed
December
today.
6th.
December 6th in Buffalo.
And guys, what you need to do is you need to go to the Celebrity Shinny League page. You fill out the application. You pick the arena you want to play in. Get on this early. This is not something that's going to be around. It's going to go like this, man. Last night, just so you know, Murray, I didn't even get a chance to tell you, I have a hockey team in town that's from Buffalo. A men's league team is playing here in Nashville. I mentioned this to them last night. These guys were flipping out. Like, this is a thing of excitement. Like, I'm not even able to play, guys. Murray don't know this, but I suffered a broken neck and a broken shoulder in 2 places about a year ago. My goal is for 2026 to make my return and play in one of these games. I put myself now in a situation where there's nothing that's going to stop me from getting back on the ice. You can hit me with another truck. I'm playing in one of these damn games.
Yeah. Well, we'd love to have you. Like I said, you don't care. We can put those kid skates on with the double blades. You can get it. Doesn't matter, man.
I might need a walker. Mur.
Walker, or the little anything. Just get out. You can do just lean on your stick. We got guys that lean on their sticks the whole game. They're having fun, man.
One thing that Mur's done for me is he's going to allow me to coach in some of these games because of my injuries. But if you are a former player and you're not able to play anymore, or you just want to be involved, there's coaches spots open in these games.
Yes.
Jim is the official stick boy for 2 of these games right now.
It's true. It is. I am.
Yeah.
Get yourself to this website and get out there and become a part of this. This is your dream. They're going to be playing at the Bridgestone Arena. They have giant, I'm not going to give it away until everything's announced, but they've got major NHL arenas locked down for these games, guys. This is a once in a lifetime thing that's going to happen every year.
Yes, I love that. I say that all the time. It's once in a lifetime. Well, every year we play. Our attrition rate is so good. Like Philly's already sold out and Detroit's already sold out. Those are the first games we started. So it's because it's the same players coming back. So they play, they put their deposit in right away after the game and to secure their spot next year. So that's the way it works. At some point, we may add 2 events in each city. But right now, we're just trying to hammer out every city. We got Colorado now. That's all confirmed Jan 4th. Nashville is 99% confirmed. I got to call Scotty Hartnell and make sure he's good for both games. But we're rolling it out pretty fast. So, and the NHL arenas are great. They work with us. And anytime we can get on NHL ices, that's where it's at for me. And the guys, we always do an after party. Sometimes we go to a bar, meet and greet. You're allowed to bring your family with you. The family's it's all free to watch for the families. Sometimes we get kids behind the bench. If you got kids, or the NHL arenas also sometimes give us extra ice time. So we do a family skate after, and you know what I mean. So whatever the arenas give us, we take, and it really makes for a good long. It's a long day.
And some games. And after some games, if I'm correct, you also have tickets to that game that night in the NHL games. You're going to have meet and greets with the players you're playing with. There's going to be memorabilia given out to be getting signed for you guys for being part of this. So it's an all-inclusive package, man.
Yeah. Like a typical event is we play at the NHL arena. So use Nashville as an example. We'll play at 1 p.m.
I think Murph.
Yeah, we play around 1 p.m. on game day, and then we go. It's the BetMGM Lounge. We go have an after party there, so we'll get autographs with Scotty and whoever the other alumni is. I don't know yet. And then you go to the Bud Light Fan Zone, which is great social seats, so you can walk around because you just met 60 new people, right? So it's not. It's not teams that are signing up. These are all individuals, usually father and sons. A couple buddies, a couple girlfriends play. But what you end up happening is you make 60 new friends like instantly. And then you get to the rink at noon and you really don't get out of there until, 10 after the game. Like, it's a long.
That is a long day plus hockey, playing hockey, getting in the mood to play hockey, winding down. That is a long day. But if you think about it, that is the life of an NHLer too. If you really think about it and you sit back, minus the post-game interviews and dealing with the press, but you get to interact with everybody. And
that's why we're there, Jimmy. We're going to be doing those post-game interviews.
That's true. Exactly. That is why we're there. But playing in the game, I mean, look, to get the opportunity to play in a game, with those guys is unbelievable. Yeah. And like you said, New Jersey, Nashville, Buffalo, Colorado, other venues as well, New York. Those are iconic places to play, especially Detroit. You look at Toronto as well. Like those original 6 cities. That's what the game was based on, and to have those markets, I feel like that's really big for your league. And you just tell us what it means to like play in those cities.
Yeah, you know what? It means a lot, and I can't wait for you guys to get out and capture. So like it's normally just me skating around with my phone, like all these clips. We don't have a production team, right? We try to keep the cost as low as possible. So I'm doing everything. But to capture the on ice smiles, and there are guys that tear up, that get really emotional. Some guys battle sicknesses or injuries or stuff like that, and never in their life would they have ever dreamed they're going to take a face-off against Doug Gilmour in Maple Leaf Gardens. So, that does bring out a lot of emotions. These are, a lot of times they're Christmas, birthday, Father's Day presents. So the family's there. A lot of players, their kids never watch them play men's league, so to have your kids there watching you, on the ice with NHLers, like the kids don't know the difference. They think you're in the NHL, right? But once you guys capture those emotions and how exciting it is, and people can see that it really will play well, because there's a lot of dreams. People are starstruck when they come, because they're such big stars, right?
Tell these eventual players that are going to sign up after they see this today what they get as part of the package. I know they're getting jerseys, and what else comes with it.
So jersey, socks, we have an undershirt, just like Under Armour. And then usually we have posters or stuff like that. Autographed signed jerseys, like authentic jerseys, are available for guys that they want it, or they can bring their own. I always say the best time to get autographs is in the room. So you're going to be sitting in the dressing room with Wendell Clark, with 10 other guys. Like the teams aren't huge, right? Like these are just, hour and 15-minute games. So bring your stuff in, obviously a respectful amount. Don't be a collector. Bring that. We had a guy bring a Maple Leaf Garden seat in, into the room for them to sign an old seat.
We haven't met yet, Murray. You're gonna have to put me in handcuffs before we get in there.
Yeah. We had to limit it to a couple because it can get pretty crazy, right? Anyway,
it's just an amazing thing that they're doing that also. I mean, that's, I'm going to say this now, a little bit about my background, Murray. I own a sports memorabilia company, and I've been involved in this business for 30 years. Just take this into consideration. A Wendell Clark or a Doug Gilmour authentic signed Leafs jersey is $400 to $600 right off the bat. Right off the bat. So you are, for the cost of playing in the game, getting the NHL ticket, getting the experience, and getting your jersey signed, for what you would pay to have a jersey signed that you never even saw get signed, and it's shipped through eBay to your house. Think about that. Think about the experience.
The authenticity of it does, because they'll sign anything in a respectable manner. There's 10 other players, but bring your jersey. That's part of it. There's the meet and greets can be very intense. Sometimes there's a hot stove, so and we do bring other alumni in. So there's usually 4 alumni. So there's the 2 big guys, and then 2 kind of other guys that are big names, but not as big as a Wendell Dougie. Like we had Krushelnytsky and Tom Fergus last year. So the 4 of them do like a hot stove. So you ask all the questions about the Gretzky high stick, and you can kind of relive that whole thing. Dougie's spinorama. I mean, he's told the story 1,000 times, but it's such a great spinorama.
You got to get into Dougie and Messier's feud with the Ranger Devil playoff series too. That's just one of the most intense. I've watched that series back this week. It's what a battle.
Yeah. Well, and they'll go into it. Darren McCarty is the most personable person. He will talk hockey with you all day long. Lindros Eric is such a nice guy. And he's so big, and with equipment on, like he's a big guy. And then you get equipment on him, and it's really intimidating. But then he comes and he says, "Hey, how you doing? I'm Eric." And I'm like, "Well, we know you're Eric." But so they're just really, I always say, guys, they're just guys playing a game of pickup. They've done it their whole life. They go right into pickup mode. They're not in celebrity mode. They're not in any other mode. They're just in pickup mode with their buddies, and they've met new friends. That's the best way to explain it. And it really is it's almost because we go to the NHL games after, it's a little bit of a, you're like, I played there. I was on that ice.
I was on that. I sat in that bench.
I sat on that bench. Yeah.
I could have done that, right? I was just there. So it is funny. We all sit together too for the game. So we do, the jerseys, you get all that stuff. You play the game. Then we do the after party. Usually it's the arenas give us a concourse or they give us a lounge or something. And then we'll all sit together usually we get really good seats. But sometimes they're not available really good seats. So we're a little bit higher up, but 90% of the time we are, lower bowl, all in a section and just kind of laughing like kids and back to our old, the childhood tournaments and mini sticks and all that. Those days are you get brought back real fast.
That's awesome.
That is so cool because, everybody dreams about playing in the NHL, playing with these guys. Hey, you recreate it in the, out in the driveway, you're playing roller hockey, you're out in the ice, you're playing with your friends, you're shinny, knee hockey, and to do it, to play with those guys, just to be there, to see the faces, to interview the players, even the former players, the players that are there, the experiences they've gone through, to be a part of those hot stoves. Just a great opportunity to have these players on here, come on the podcast, come on the show, talk about, what it was like playing in NHL, playing in these games, just to get down to earth, great stories. Because you hear about it and you hear about all these players being so nice and everything. And I do really believe that the NHL player, the players that play in this league are the best because they will take the time for you.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. I mean, and these guys don't need, to do things. They can all, retire in Malibu. But they stay in the community, they stay involved, and thank God for it because we love getting on the ice with them.
Hockey players are the one sport that these guys, when they retire, they almost go back to being kids. They play the pickup leagues. They go back to skating with the guys, and the hockey players and the camaraderie never goes away. And what you said about upper bowl, lower bowl, that never matters. When you get a group of hockey fans together and they're hockey players, we just like being at the game and chilling. And later on that night, it's going to be, hey, man, I put one in top shelf from that face-off dot earlier today. How do you miss that shot? And that's just going to happen. And it's going to be the best feeling in the world. Murray, what's the first game scheduled so we can start telling people that they got to get to this website today?
Well, Buffalo is the first official date, and we probably only have about 6 spots left for that. We did it last year, so obviously all the players are returning. Detroit is sold out. That's probably going to be November. Philly sold out, probably November as well. And then our big events start January. So January 4th is Colorado. I think they're playing the Canadiens that night. So, and we have the ice after. So we watch the game before that one. And then
nice.
So we always got to fit in with the arena procedures. So I just say what's available. They tell me, and I say, sure. It doesn't matter to us. We just want to get on the ice. Nashville is tentatively January 18th. Toronto, I think they're playing Minnesota that night, the Predators. Toronto is going to be January 25th. That is confirmed. Then Tampa Bay, February 25th. Florida, February 27th. Both of those NHL games are against Edmonton. So the Florida Stanley Cup rematch is going to be pretty awesome. Mm-hmm. And then March 22nd, I'm pretty sure, is New Jersey. And then Chicago is going to be in there in March. Nothing official yet. Boston will be March, April. And then we've also are looking at adding Minnesota. Mr. Mike Modano has been expressed interest. He's not a bad guy. And Montreal as well. We're looking at that one too. Montreal Bell Center is going to give me 2 hours of ice on a non-game day, which means we'll go play. And it's actually the non-game days are fine because you play and it's less busy. So you can get down to the arena. There's not 20,000 people. And then the next day we go to the game. So it's almost like you get 2 days of the event.
Guys, one thing I want to point out real fast too is that Jim and I are going to be documenting these games. So we're going to be doing video clips. Jim's going to have the GoPro on a helmet. He'll be on the ice for a little while, getting some, live footage. I'll be on the benches doing interviews with the players as things are going on. Also, if you live in any of these cities, reach out to Jim and I okay? Because we're going to take this to the next level as far as production goes. So if you're a cameraman, you work in Buffalo, and you want to be part of this, reach out to Jim and I. We'll get you on board with us, and we'll get you doing some interviews. We'll get you in the rink. We'll get, there's a lot going on here. There's other spots other than playing and coaching. You could be part of mine and Jim's team here. This is so exciting to me. I mean, this is something, like I said to you the other day, this reminds me of Yankee fantasy camp. And you made the best point that you've made to me in our conversations. You were like, it is, but it's not, because it's not a week long and it's not costing $20,000. This is between $400 and $550. And if that's to make your lifelong dream come true, and for an entire day. And if you think about it, now I know only as a New York Ranger fan, greatest fans in the world, I pay almost that for 2 tickets to a game. Never mind getting to play with the guys.
Well,
never mind getting a jersey.
Toronto's the same. You're $1,000 for a Leaf ticket. Yeah. So you might as well get on the ice with. I mean, Wendell and Dougie are royalty in Toronto. They just are.
And you know what's amazing, Murr, is that Jim has volunteered to fight both Joey Koser and Wendell Clark to prove that they were two of the toughest guys ever to play.
You know what?
He talked off the air.
What? Wait,
he volunteered.
Wait. Now, I don't remember volunteering about
you
that. I remember playing. I remember asking to play against both of those guys. I don't remember asking to fight.
That was part of the deal. You had to walk up and challenge Wendell Clark to see if you could get on the ice. That's
okay.
The
there. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if Wendell would fight anymore.
No, I don't think
I wouldn't want to find out.
I don't want to find
out.
I recently sat down with Kelly Chase. I think I mentioned this to you, that Kelly Chase and Brett Hull did a comedy stand-up show in Nashville. Kelly talked about the toughest team he ever played on, and it wasn't a hockey team. It was the softball team. That was the Clark brothers, Chase, a whole bunch of guys from their hometown.
I've heard this
legendary,
story, and we cannot tell it because it has to be heard from the Saskatchewan boys. And you really got to see their eyes when they tell it. It is.
Kelly got more excited about this than anything he talked about the entire day.
It was
the softball team.
Yeah. No, I've heard that from the Saskatchewan.
And Joey Koser was part of that team too. So you got Joey Koser, Kerry Clark, Wendell Clark, Kelly Chase, Koser's dad, who allegedly is the toughest out of all of these guys, and these are a softball team.
Yeah, and I think like Wendell's brother, I think is up there in the toughness.
Kerry, AHL, IHL, one of the toughest guys to ever
play.
He
played the AHL. I never made it that far, thank God, because I think physically I'd still have injuries. I played a semi-pro down in. It was called the Western Professional Hockey League, which to me, just the fact that you played professional hockey, I made $16,000 a year.
You were in a Canada. You were in a Cup, Memorial Cup. What are you talking about?
We lost in the Memorial Cup.
Extremely high level. Yeah, and you know who his favorite player is? Shane Corson, Jim's favorite player.
See that poster behind is we played at a Joe Louis Arena when we played in the OHL, so we sold it out one game. So I'm on the bench. I don't think I got any ice time, which is fine by me. It was a little nerve-wracking, to have 20,000 fans. That was back
you played against.
Tell
them who was on the other team, Murr. Tell them who you played against.
Memorial Cup we lost to the Kamloops Blazers, and Jerome McGillna, and Darcy Tucker were good. Tucker wasn't that type of player. Tucker was a finesse, really, high-end scorer, really, really good. And Shane Doan obviously was everything.
A beast.
Yeah, and they had somebody else on defense that was just I forget his name, but really, really good. Anyway, so we made it that far, but I got an OHL championship ring, so I'll take that.
That's amazing.
There you go.
I'm a ring guy. You got a ring? I don't care what from. I got massive respect.
That's awesome, man. Well, we wanted to hit it one more time. Give the website. Give any information you got to give out right now so we keep these people's attention. We're going to do this on a weekly basis. Jim and I are going to pump this up as the games get closer in each city. Tell them where to go, Murr. Tell them how to sign up and what they can do next to be part of this.
Yeah, go. It's just celebrityshinny.com. And then hit the roster tab. Add yourself to the roster. Either me or my partner, Ryan Eckmeyer, will reach out to you. All you got to do is put your name in and pick the cities you want to talk about. And then you are literally on the roster. So you will get updates constantly. Once you pick a game, you put a deposit in, then your spot is secured. All deposits are 100% refundable up until I think 8 weeks before, because we don't always know all of the dates and info, but people do know they want to play. So if the date doesn't work out for whatever reason, we just refund it. It's not a big deal. And then that's pretty much it. And then you'll just get constant updates of, the alumni that are playing, the jerseys are ready. I'll send out with the jersey, because we do custom jerseys every time. Your name will be on the back of the jersey too, which everybody loves, especially, for photos, right? Because it's kind of cool. And that's it. And like I said, we got, we're probably about 80% sold out. They do go fast. Our San Jose game, we do a San Jose, LA, Anaheim road trip. So that one there is just kind of official. And that's going to be March 30th is going to be LA, April 1st, Anaheim, and April 3rd, San Jose. So anybody want to go on a West Coast road trip and hit 3 NHL arenas? I mean,
and Owen Nolan's part of that, correct?
Yeah, Owen Nolan and Scott Hannon are playing. They played last year, and they are beauties, absolute beauties. Owen came and hung out, and they both did. We just went to the Brit. It's just a local bar after the game and had a beer, and you're just sitting there going, just hanging out, having a beer with Owen Nolan.
This is just amazing.
That's it.
It's awesome. I can't wait for this.
Yeah. It's weird. It's weird. Like, I literally have to kind of be like, I'm getting changed in a room at Wells Fargo with Eric Lindros, and he's sitting beside me in the room, and he just asked me for tape because he doesn't have tape. Owen only had a road hockey stick. He's like, I haven't been on the ice in 10 years. He had to go into his attic and get his equipment. He's like, that's awesome. He's just like, it was great he's like, thanks for inviting me. This is awesome. So, but yeah, everything's crazy. It's exactly what you would think organizing a pickup game is. Just attitude, personality, friendship wise, it's the same. It's just the arena is bigger, and your the alumni are really, really cool, really impressive.
Guys, real fast, again, if you want to be part of this, as far as Jim and I go, if you live local in the city, you want to help out doing some camera, hockeyworldorder@yahoo.com is our email address. Just reach out to Jim or I anytime. Jim, tell them where to find us. Wrap it up. Let's send this home and get these guys on the roster.
Hey, guys, you know where to find us. Hockey World Order, Full Press Media, up on YouTube, Full Press Media, Full Press Hockey Podcast, All in One Sports on Facebook, at Jim Biringer on Twitter, at Full Press NHL. I believe, Murray, your Twitter handle is at Celebrity Shinny, correct? Yes, on Twitter?
Everything's Celebrity Shinny, yeah. And Shinny is just informal hockey, because a lot of people don't know what Shinny is. It just means informal hockey. Just play hockey. Get out there. We don't care. Yeah.
And Ricky, what's your Twitter handle for the folks out there as well?
Ricky Otazu, OTAZU 16, or the Ricky O Show at Twitter. Reach out, say hello, and we're going to be on pretty much on a weekly basis, dedicating one show a week to just promoting this league. And we are going to build this, guys. This is going to be a once-in-a-lifetime, every-year event. Be there. Don't miss out.
Do not miss out. That is correct, because this is an opportunity you're not going to want to miss. Even though it happens every year, you're still not going to want to miss it. We are the official PR team for Celebrity Shinny. My name is Jim Biringer, Ricky Otazu, Murray Sheehan for the Celebrity Shinny League. Guys, take care. We'll be back again next week.